Hi. Do you ever find yourself, like millions of others, automatically wandering through the supermarket, always picking the same items? White bread, butter, margarine, sugar, tea, deli meats, white cheese, and something sweet for dessert. Does that sound familiar? Is your standard lunch a pizza or a frozen ready meal? Maybe your dinner is no different from breakfast, except for the time of day? If your diet is this monotonous, there's a significant risk that over time you may gain extra weight, develop diabetes, hypertension, and other ailments. Perhaps you're wondering where these health problems, chronic diseases, and obesity in your life came from. In today's video, we'll show you products that most of us tend to avoid, yet they are a true treasure trove of healthful ingredients. Incorporating them into your daily diet can greatly improve your health and reduce the risk of chronic diseases. Let's check the list of the 10 healthiest products which, in my subjective opinion, should be in your shopping basket during your next grocery trip. Let's start gradually incorporating them into our diet and change our eating habits, which will contribute to improving the health of our body. So, what health gems are hidden on the store shelves? At the beginning of our list today, we will focus on olive oil, a product with numerous health benefits. However, I will concentrate on one of the most important ones. Getting to the core of the matter, olive oil is the ideal choice for those who want to enjoy good heart health for as long as possible. Its positive impact on the circulatory system is the subject of thousands of scientific studies. One of these studies indicates that consuming just 20 grams of olive oil daily, which is about 4 small teaspoons, reduces the risk of developing cardiovascular diseases and mortality from any cause. This protective effect on the heart is due to a compound called oleocanthal, which reduces inflammation, lowers levels of so-called bad cholesterol, and blood pressure. All of these contribute to reducing the risk of developing heart diseases. An important note: to fully benefit from its valuable properties, it is advisable to opt for extra virgin olive oil, ideally stored in a dark glass bottle. Dark glass protects the substances contained within from degradation caused by sunlight. Let's move on. Nuts should definitely not be missing from our shopping list. If I were to recommend a specific type, Italian walnuts would certainly be among them. Why? Because they are allies of our brain and cardiovascular system. Similar to olive oil, they lower bad cholesterol levels, reduce blood pressure, and improve endothelial function, which is the inner lining of blood vessels. They also help combat inflammation and oxidative stress. These benefits are attributed to Italian walnuts, among other things, due to ellagic acid. I would also add Brazilian nuts to our selection, which support the function of our thyroid gland. Why do Brazilian nuts support the function of this gland? Because they are a true treasure trove of selenium, which alleviates the course of many thyroid diseases, including Hashimoto's disease and Graves' disease. And what nuts would I put in third place on our podium? The answer is pistachios. These nuts, colloquially speaking, help with erectile dysfunction. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. It helps us grow our new project. Thanks. Now, onto the topic. It's time for another product, this time from the sweets aisle. This special product is dark chocolate with a high cocoa content. The higher the cocoa content, the more flavonoids and minerals your body receives. Dark chocolate not only improves heart function but also supports cognitive functions, including memory and attention. Moreover, dark chocolate can help with low mood. This is possible due to its decent magnesium content and a record amount of antioxidants provided by the cocoa. However, before you put a bar of chocolate into your shopping basket, make sure to check its composition. It's important that it contains at least 70% cocoa and is free from artificial sweeteners. So let's continue our virtual shopping and move to the vegetable section. While there, it's worth reaching for tomatoes. If I had to choose one group of people who would particularly benefit from their regular consumption, it would definitely be those struggling with hypertension. Why? Because tomatoes are a rich source of potassium, an element that lowers blood pressure by dilating the vascular bed, which prevents many cardiovascular diseases. It's also worth noting that tomatoes, besides potassium, contain another important ingredient, lycopene. It is a very strong antioxidant that has anti-cancer effects. We are talking about a preventive impact, meaning lycopene reduces the risk of developing these diseases. According to scientific reports, lycopene decreases the risk of developing many cancers, including prostate, lung, stomach, pancreas, colon, oral cavity, breast, and cervical cancer. Let's move on. Flaxseed, not just for its beneficial effects on our digestive system. These inconspicuous, small brown seeds support our health on many different levels. One of their exceptional properties is the ability to lower blood glucose levels and increase cell sensitivity to insulin, as confirmed by a meta-analysis of 25 studies. Flaxseed owes this property primarily to its soluble dietary fiber fraction, which slows down the absorption of glucose into the blood. Incorporating flaxseed into our diet also benefits our circulatory system, as it lowers the level of bad cholesterol and additionally reduces arterial blood pressure. When reaching for something for breakfast, consider oatmeal, which brings a range of health benefits. You can enjoy primarily healthier intestines, better immunity, and very importantly, more beautiful skin. The properties of oatmeal are due, among other things, to avenanthramides, compounds found almost exclusively in oats. Be sure to share this information about the beneficial impact of oatmeal on health with your children and grandchildren. It turns out that introducing oats early into a child's diet may be associated with a lower risk of developing chronic asthma in later years of their life. If we want to take care of our health, we cannot leave the store without garlic. Garlic is somewhat of a less romantically scented celebrity among vegetables, as it's the first thing we reach for when a seasonal infection strikes. However, we should be aware that its role is not limited to just aiding the treatment of colds and boosting immunity. According to scientific reports, garlic also reduces the risk of developing heart diseases or dementia. I'll even say more, although it may sound a bit unrealistic. Regular consumption of garlic can actually extend life. Why? Because it reduces the risk of death from chronic diseases or protects against these diseases. This is confirmed by a study in which it was observed that people who consume garlic more than 5 times a week have an 11% lower risk of death compared to those who consume garlic less than 5 times a week. You may have noticed that our shopping list is missing fruits. Let's assume, theoretically, that we can only buy one fruit from the store. If that were the case, my choice would be avocado. Contrary to appearances, avocado is not a vegetable but a fruit, which contains almost no sugars and obviously does not have the characteristic sweet taste of fruits. So why choose avocado? There are several reasons, but I would like to draw your particular attention to the link between its consumptio and the reduced risk of developing so-called metabolic syndrome, a pathological state that has a catastrophic impact on our health. According to one study, eating just half an avocado a day can reduce the likelihood of metabolic syndrome by as much as 50%. However, before you put this fruit into your basket, check if it does not have any dark spots or is too soft, as this may indicate it is spoiled. Getting to the point, our list of the healthiest grocery items would be incomplete without eggs. I recommend them to everyone, though in limited quantities, about 1 egg a day or 1 egg every 2 days, especially for those whose memory is starting to falter. Their yolk contains a unique substance called choline, which is an important nutrient for the brain, thus preserving cognitive functions and memory, particularly in older age. It's worth noting that choline in the yolk is accompanied by some unique compounds, namely zeaxanthin and lutein, substances that are guardians of our eyes and protect against age-related diseases such as cataracts and macular degeneration. Although lutein, zeaxanthin, and choline are also found in the plant world, they are conveniently located together in eggs, ready for absorption. Besides, eggs are an excellent source of protein, which is another advantage when it comes to the positive impact on the health of older individuals. Adequate protein intake in older adults reduces the risk of developing sarcopenia, or muscle mass loss. And so, we have reached the last item on our list today, namely the carrot. Why should it end up in your shopping basket? Primarily because of its beta-carotene content, a strong antioxidant that not only helps fight free radicals, but also reduces the risk of developing cataracts and certain cancers, including breast and ovarian cancer. That marks the end of our journey through the health aisles today. I hope this information proves useful for your next shopping trip. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you won't miss out on more episodes filled with health tips and advice. Thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode.